This, the chemists, the pharmacists at the time had a huge role on those community, and yet we don't talk about that. Because think about that. We talk a lot about medicine, how how to improvise dressings and stuff to take care of ourselves. But how many times have we talk about, hey, let's go look what's under our our sink, and by using those products transform it into something useful, aluminum, silver, a product that could make matches. So basically we're using whatever product we have to create that, and there is ways of doing that, but yet we don't talk a lot about those teaching. And so I did a video in the past about like principles learning, and I want to get back into this mindset, because I find we're hard on skills, but yet principles and learning more about knowledge base would be more flexible, would be easy to adjust. Just like our great hero of all this, maybe I should start like a MacGyver religion or something. The guru MacGyver. But the beauty of MacGyver is that with nothing that he has, he can improvise most of the stuff just by looking around and stuff. And her world, post whatever you want to call it, Katrina or something like this, if you're on the move, would be to recuperate things that, so scavenging, but from a scavenging different than we used to be. We used to scavenge, or we used to be hunter and gatherer, only for food. But now, with the modernization of this, you could talk about, yeah, you find a house, the food is gone, everybody took, but they probably didn't take the product that are under their sink or in their shed or something like that. And now you could create something with that. You could create a product. That product you could maybe exchange. Like in one of their video, they do matches. Well, now if you can create a box of matches, that's an item that you could barter. That's an item that you could use yourself. But that's something that you could have created by knowing the know-how. And it's not a set of skills, it's a set of knowledge, how to use product A and B and C. And you can see it actually in the series, because there's three people that have like a whole set, but they need the knowledge of like the botanist, and the knowledge of so it's more knowledge, not so much a skill. Because there's one person, he's a pharmacist, but he's a pharmacist of these days, and so he doesn't have the knowledge that they used to have, the basic knowledge. Because that's one reality too of our world, is that as we have gone, like for example nursing, it has become a profession. It has become something that is very specific, and you need to go to school for that. But back in the days, like during the Civil War or something, and probably through the whole history at the beginning, there was nurses existed pretty much the whole world. But at the time they were mother, wife, mostly taken care by the woman communities, but they were basically attending to the sick, attended to the wounded, because mostly the war was a man thing, and so women's takes. During the Civil War, that was one of the best example. Nobody taught them to be a nurse, but yet they would attend people, bandage their stuff, and then they got a knowledge out of that, and then became a profession. So we specialized that. So basically, the concept that is that a lot of people say, yeah, army guy would be great for security or something, but it's more about when you go for a an interview. It's not so much your resume, but who you are, who you became. Because I can take two people with the same resume, and they're two different type of person, because put in the same way, you could learn different ways. And a lot of videos that I'm seeing now, I find it polarize those two things, because they're like, oh, women's X, women would act like YZ or something, but yet men could act like that too and stuff. So I think it kind of skewed her pursuit of truth and knowledge by focusing on the person, the title, the specialty, instead of like, hey, what type of knowledge would I need? What type of personality would I need? What type of person should I be? That is a woman, male, or something, because there's a lot of male that are more like women's, and a lot of women that are more like men, if you want the typical whatever stuff. But what it's good to recognize is so if you're, for example, trying to put a community together, it's not knowing, oh, you're a male or you're a female or you're a doctor or a nurse or so. For example, if you're a dermatologist, you could have a lot of medical knowledge, but maybe the nurse would be stronger than the dermatologist in the field of medicine if she's like a critical care nurse or something, or but maybe the dermatologist was very strong in chemistry. Maybe he's a triathlete runner and stuff. And so even if he's a doctor, his role in his community would be probably better as a hunter or gatherer or somebody that do like runs and reconnaissance, because of his shape and his strength and stuff. And so even if he has the title of doctor, recognizing what type of individual he is and what type of knowledge and strength that he brings would be better recognized by that, not because of this title of doctors. So that's one thing that I kind of came with and kind of went on a tangent with a little bit, but with this. The other thing too, I wanted to talk a little bit more with the ham radio. I know people are getting tired of it. I've been talking a lot about it because I've been learning a lot about it. I mentioned in the past about my kit, how I'm going to be set it up and stuff. And now when I prepare all my main pepperness kits has two way of doing it. One is, so even when I bug in, so I'm staying in, everything has to be mobile. So that means that every food or something, I have been able to carry it. But what I call mobile versus portable is that mobile means that I would need like a vehicle of some sort, or a something to transport, because it would be too heavy. So we were talking about maybe like 300 pounds of gear. Cannot be portable because you cannot really put 300 pounds of gear on your back. But if you have a horse, if you have a mule, even a kayak here, because we have a lot of water. I mean, there is a place when you go do an expedition, they have about 300 pounds of stuff in their kayak. So that would be a way of carrying. So when I prepare stuff now, I'm taking mobile, and portable would be what we call more like a bug out, or but something that I carry. And so when I'm doing radio now too, I'm applying that concept, and medicine as well, I'm applying this concept. But when I'm doing radio, my setup now that I want to do will be, so I'm working on my portable, and my portable will be sorta oriented, and this is how I practice. So I go on the top of a mountain and I try, and I see how I can carry. So I'm trying to minimize and have the smallest and lightweight thing, because the beauty with practicing that, and that's what sorta, so summit on the air, is that if it fits in my backpack and I'm able to bring it on top of a mountain, then it will fit it in a bag that I'll be able to carry with other stuff too, because I'm bugging out for a week or something, which is closer to hiking. And then mobile, this is my next step, because I'm getting close to have the sorta. I got a lot of things anyway for VHF. I'm pretty good, and now I'm applying new skills as well. But I'm gonna be working, and there'll be a few videos on my mobile. What I'm thinking is, I got the Stanley Flatmax, I think, or something. Anyway, it's kind of a big carrying case that I have my tools inside and everything. And what I'll be working on is changing that to a full mobile station. And what I'll be starting to do is radar. Radar stands for rapid deployment radio. I think that's the radar. And what it is that you have to do, there's rules. I'm getting new with it, so I don't have the rules in front of me, but basically you have to kind of do like 5 activation in the less. So you do like activation at one point, and then you have to move to a different point. So it's basically setting up a system quickly, tearing it down, going to somewhere else, again doing an activation, tearing down and going to another spots and stuff. And so I find it's a lot of skills that are important to know, especially if you're on the move, either in a car and stuff. So I'm going to be working on that system. So if people have like ideas or something like this. So right now what I'm going to be working on is a loop antenna. I'm going to make my own. I found someone that's going to mentor me on electronic and stuff. So that'll be a cool project coming in. And the transformation of this on my system to make a portable with the radios inside and stuff. I also just completed my computer SDR. I have to upgrade the memory because the RAM was too small, so I'm waiting for a chip to come in, and I'll be put that in my computer. And once that is done, you'll start seeing some SDR thing. And this is the other reason I want the loop antenna, so that way I'll be able to connect my computer to the SDR and watch some nets and stuff like that. Anyway, that was kind of a potpourri, different thing, tangent, woo, brain all over the place. Too strong of a tea today. But I wanted to kind of do an update and see some of those concepts and what people think and stuff like that. So talk to you soon.